Hey horse lovers, welcome back to Free Spirit Equestrian. So today I am going to a horse auction, and actually it is the one where I purchased Ariel from. So our beautiful Brabant quarter horse yearling cross now, but I got her here when she was just a few months old, completely unhandled. So there's not going to be a ton of horses here today, maybe about 30 head, and this is the Mid-Michigan horse auction. But you know what? I figured why not come, because they do have more horses than they normally do, and they typically have a sale every month. It's just smaller. I just happened to have some time, saw that they were selling some horses, and figured why not bring you along for the adventure. So it's pretty unlikely that I will purchase today, but you never know, just because there's not a ton of horses here. So what we're going to do is head out and check out all of the horses here today, and I'm just going to talk to you about what I see in them and just show you, the 30 head that's here, and we'll go from there. So I really hope you enjoy. Sometimes it's nice to just go to the smaller sales, and honestly, I will say when I go to smaller auctions, it's nice because you're not overwhelmed with so many horses, and you can really hone in and look at the horses that are there and not feel like you're in a huge time crunch. So I'd say that is one of the benefits of going to a smaller sale, but I would say one of the cons is there's obviously not as many horses, so you might not have as much, quality when you don't have as much quantity, and I know that kind of goes hand in hand. So yeah, let's see what happens today. I already see a super cute little Appaloosa. So yeah, the horses are out, people are riding them around, so that's nice because they do have this big track here. And actually, there are 3 siblings from Ariel's herd here today. And no, I'm not going to buy a yearling, but they were sold last month, but they're here today because I guess the people didn't end up buying them or something. So we'll check them out too. Does he have 2 blue eyes or just 1?
2.
Oh, can I get a video? Hi. Oh, he's cute. Is he yours?
He's my aunt's.
Oh, he's so pretty. Hi, baby.
His name is Apollo.
Apollo?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Do you like riding him?
He's good. He's great.
Is he fast or slow?
I'd say he's pretty fast.
Awesome. He's gorgeous. There was nothing blatantly wrong with Apollo, but I don't know, something about, just his training, and I just think he needs a little more time and experience, and just something's not fully adding up with him, but he is an absolutely gorgeous horse. He is definitely a tank, too. Cute little Appy. So what I mean when I go to the smaller sales, there's usually not as much quality because it doesn't draw in enough people and big enough trainers and a crowd where people are going to bring really high quality horses. And I'm not saying any of these horses are bad or anything like that, but that is generally the rule of thumb. The bigger the sale is, if it's a special sale, it's going to draw in more people and more trainers that are going to put in the effort and bring high quality horses so that they can make money. Okay, and people are going to be more likely to come to that. Now, a disclaimer here, when I'm looking at horses today, I'm going to be brutally honest and upfront with you about why I wouldn't be interested in them. Please note that I am not tearing down these horses, and this auction place is actually really well ran, and it's a nice facility, so it has nothing to do with that and everything to do with my personal interest and also my experience. Right off the bat, this is a trotting bred yearling, so I'm not interested because I'm not looking for a yearling right now. I have my 2. And this was actually a really cute pony. I thought this was a wonderful size. Of course, I would have to see them move, but I'm not in the market for a pony either. You're cute. But I really like the size of this pony if I was in the market for one, because they're like a medium size, almost larger, so a small adult could still ride them as well. And same with this other pony right next to this horse, but I am looking for something slightly bigger. You're so cute. So sweet. Now, this is actually a yearling filly. So again, I'm not in the market for a yearling, but she is beautiful. Everybody knows I love Appaloosas. She almost has some peacocking color right there on her nose, which is really beautiful and somewhat rare. And then this Appaloosa seriously just seemed like such a sweetheart. However, there were definitely some eye issues going on. There could have been some moon blindness. I mean, right now the eye is shut, but it's a common issue with some Appaloosas, so that would be a big hard pass for me.
My dad's still debating on getting those ones over there, though, because he doesn't want to chance this one's got pink eye.
Oh,
So we
really?
don't have a chance if they're infected or not.
Oh, geez. I don't have goats, but they're
He
so
doesn't-
cool.
I mean, he doesn't look affected yet.
He's beautiful. His color's cute.
I think it's a girl. Okay.
Are they pretty good tempered?
They do look like good girls.
Okay. I don't know. Do you like this breed? I don't know anything about
They're
goats.
meat goats.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, that's
People eat pigs? But they're so pretty.
They do keep. So other people that I know of that
Yeah.
they keep their skin. Their color.
I'm gonna say it's really pretty. Now these are pets.
Yeah.
Usually.
They usually get to how.
Yeah,
the mom,
they're so
they usually
small.
Get to, like how she is, unless they're a male.
Right. Then
So if
obviously
they're a
they'll
male,
get
they
bigger.
taller.
Teaching me about goats here.
I can't go any farther than this because those guys are there.
Yes. Oh, are those your cows?
No, I think I'm the one blinder than me.
Oh, that's cute. Look at this one. Stop it right now.
These are
Hi.
their moms. That's the nanny, and then the two babies are Billy's.
I'm
And
obsessed.
they're stuck together.
They're little twins. Oh my gosh, I'm like obsessed with them. Hi. These cannot be meat goats, right? No
They're
way.
not.
Okay,
Actually,
thanks.
the only
Okay,
ones that are
don't-
meat goats are boars.
Mama's real friendly too.
Okay.
Look at these babies. The blue-eyed one right there.
I think these are alpine.
It's crazy how many
These
times.
are Nigerian crosses.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So these are buildings.
They're super cute.
So I think they're either
Hi,
Nigerian
there you
crosses,
go.
like alpine or something.
Hi.
They call them withers.
He's so majestic.
Yeah, but they pee on themselves just to tell the ladies that they're there. But our goat Francis does the same thing. He decided
my
he's not this
God.
breed. He's not the breed.
So is he a Belgian Haflinger or a full Haffy?
He's full Haflinger.
Wow. Is he registered?
No.
He's gorgeous. How is he under saddle?
I'm sorry?
How is he under saddle? To ride?
Can't get
Fine.
any, I mean, he is super quiet.
He's really
I wouldn't be
cute.
afraid to put anybody on him.
Okay.
He's been used for lessons.
Okay, cool.
He-
Trails?
And
We do a
my-
lot of trail riding. So.
Trail riding is his forte.
Okay, cool.
I used him for mounted police work this
Oh,
past
that's
summer.
amazing.
And he's not afraid of anything,
Okay.
but he'll pack you along down the trail.
Okay.
I will say walk trot is his main forte.
A
I
lot of
mean,
Haflingers.
He's not built to be a loper. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, honey. How old is he?
17.
That's a great age, honestly.
I mean, he's solid.
I got a lot of younger horses right now, so.
I was just telling him, he hasn't been ridden. My wife rode him the middle of September.
Okay.
Up to South Branch trail riding.
Okay.
And come home, she hurt her back and she hasn't been able to ride.
Oh, no.
And so I took him out here just a little bit ago, climbed on him, and that's the first he's been.
Oh, that's
he's been on
amazing.
him. So
That's amazing.
he can set for a month, and he's no different when you get on him than what he was when he got off.
Hi, you're so pretty. Yeah, so he's like 17. He's really stocky.
He is shod on the front right now.
Okay.
Been 100% sound.
Yeah, there's no heat or anything. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, he's just a great size. He's not a little tiny halflinger, which I like.
And you don't feel, a big guy like me getting on him does not.
No,
feel
he can
out of
definitely
place.
carry. Yeah. He's got bone on
For
him.
small.
My goodness. Hi. Hi, cutie. You're the most adorable thing. This horse just doesn't look like they're in the best shape. A little bit of the hips protruding and, just things like that, a little worn out. This horse here is chewing or cribbing, which they're young, so it could just be because they're bored, but that could also mean there's other issues. Now, this was a Frisian cross, and this actually is a really nice looking horse. I mean, the body condition looks great, but they did seem a little bit more alert and nervous. This horse did have like a tumor or something, or a skin tag on the eye, and it was like a 20-year-old halflinger, also a little bit skittish and nervous when I approached. And this horse is a Belgian cross, but he had huge swollen hocks, so that was unfortunate. And obviously I'm not looking for a yearling. And then of course I see these pigs, but they are going to be huge feeder pigs, hogs. Oh, I just love pigs. I love them so much. And then I saw Ariel's sister, who is a red roan, and they have the same sire. Not sure if they have the same dam, which is the term for the mare, the mother. But yeah, I mean, again, if I was in a position where I could get a yearling and I had more space, I would. But I just absolutely 100% know that that is not something I can do. And it's hard because as an equestrian who really feels emotion towards these animals, you want to just buy them and do everything. But you can't. Otherwise, you'll burn out, you'll get overwhelmed, and then you have time and money and space to consider too.
Hi.
So they're actually going to start auctioning the horses off in about 15 minutes here, and it's going to be in the barn where the horses are selling, not in their main auction ring like where I purchased Ariel. So I've never seen it like that before, so that should be interesting. Looks like a few new horses are arriving too. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm guessing the prices won't be high either. This Belgian unloading. Big boy or girl. Yeah, so not a ton of horses. Like I said, this was a very small sale, but I still thought it would be interesting to take you around and show you the horses. The catalog for the horses is just one sheet of paper. So all that information is on there. We'll kind of look at it. And yeah, it basically doesn't give you a ton of information, but you kind of get some general info there. And again, the rule of thumb when you come to auctions, you can't also just trust what the catalog says. I mean, this just goes with buying horses in general. You can never trust what anybody says. You need to verify for yourself. If they tell you they're sound, look how they move. If they tell you the horse's age, look at their teeth and verify. If they haven't had any injuries, I mean, you got to really look that horse over. You're just not going to know. And the crazy part about horses at auctions and purchasing them is you purchase them at face value. And it's a rash decision because you're purchasing them that day. You usually only have a few hours to make a decision. But I always tell people, just err on the side of caution when you're going to sales. You just do not know what you're getting until you bring it home. Once you get into the auction scene more so, you know which sellers are more reputable, who you can trust, and then you also know people who know people. So, you know, you can base it off that. But at the end of the day, when you gain the knowledge and experience, the horse is going to tell you. And what I mean by that is you're going to be able to develop your eye enough to see that horse right then and there and to know if it's a good risk that you're willing to take. Okay, so you're gonna know, is that horse really sound? Like based off what I've learned and my knowledge and my experience, is this horse a good candidate for what I want? Is this horse suitable? I see so many people that just buy to buy, or they buy horses because they just really want one and the horse doesn't end up being suitable, or they overpay or they underpay. And by underpaying, sometimes you get what you pay for, aka you buy cheap. You're not going to necessarily get a good horse. It does happen, but it's rare. And the reason I really like coming to sales is because I do have enough experience and knowledge to be able to purchase decent horses. Am I always going to get the right horse? Absolutely not. Okay, but at the end of the day, I've done it enough times and I've learned enough from my experiences that I'm willing to take on that risk for myself personally. But that doesn't mean you should. Okay, you just have to understand you don't know what you're going to get. Looks like some of those other horses are rolling up because the sale didn't start till noon. So I was like, I know there has to be more arriving. It's freezing outside, so I'm going to take a little break and sit in my car because I'm going to be sitting in the cold barn when the horses are going through the sale ring. So like I was saying, for me, it makes sense to go to sales based off what I was telling you and the experience and all of that. And that does not mean I'm perfect, okay? I definitely have bought horses that have had some issues and so on and so forth. There's no such thing as a perfect horse, all of that. So I'm not trying to sound hoity-toity. I'm very humbled in the fact that, yeah, I don't know everything. I'm just sharing my experience with you and telling you why I do things. And I also prefer to go to sales because driving around hours and hours to look at one horse private sale is not always, beneficial to me because usually the horse isn't what they end up saying it's going to be. It is nice if you go and try multiple horses private sale. And I do buy private sale, okay? I bought plenty of horses private sale. But I like going to auctions, especially larger ones most of the time that are more reputable because there's a great chance that I'm going to find a good horse and there's usually hundreds of horses in one place. So I can take one day and most likely find a good horse versus driving around hours and hours, multiple days to look at one or two horses private sale. I've also had a question from a lot of people, especially people who are newer to the channel, asking what is the process for bidding on an auction horse? Like, how do you do it? So number one, you would go to their sales office and you have to register for a number. So you will get a buyer's number, and that is the number that they basically keep track of who bids on what horses, okay? Typically you grab a catalog so you can get information on the horses. You can also write down which horses you like, especially at larger sales. It's really nice to just write down those numbers and keep track of, you know, the few horses you're the most interested in. So of course you'd want to go around, look at the horses, verify the horses you like, look them over really well. So that's like, you know, a whole other thing. But then the actual bidding process. So the horse is going to go into the ring, and the auctioneer and the announcers are going to read the description, say the number of that horse, and, you know, any other information that the seller, if they're present, tells them at that time. And then after they talk about the description, they then start the bidding process. So typically how it goes is they'll say, like, let's say it's a really like a nice horse. Okay. They'll say 20,000. That's the first number you're going to throw out. Do not raise your hand, because then you have basically bid on that horse at the highest price, because they're going to start it really high. No one has bid yet when they first throw out the numbers, okay? So wait for that number to come down. So let's say they go, all right, at 20,000, and they're doing their bidding process. And it does take time to learn how to understand the auctioneers. It took me time as well. That's just something you just have to get used to. It comes with experience. So let's say they go 20,000, then they go, you know, 15,000, then they go 10,000, and then they go 5,000. But once you hear, let's say they say 5,000, that number go up again to say 5,500. Now someone is bidding. Now I would not just bid right away. Okay. Now sometimes it goes slow. They could go like 5,500 and then, you know, 6,000 and then 6,500, or sometimes that can take a few minutes. Other times it can go really quick. It can go, you know, 5,000, 5,500 to 8,000. Like, things can go fast. So you really have to learn how to listen to the auctioneer. But the rule of thumb is don't bid when they first call out numbers. Try not to be the first person to bid, and give it a little time. Okay, so then when it's at, you know, a price that you want to bid at and you want to get in to the bid, okay, you're in, then you raise your hand. Okay, that's typically all you have to do. You make eye contact. There's usually people helping the auctioneer if it's a larger sale. You make eye contact, and then you raise your hand, and then you nod. Yes, I want in. So let's say you're at 6,500. Let's say they go 7,000 and someone bids. Okay, then they're going to look back at you and go 7,500, and you go, yeah. Okay, and you keep going and going. Now, when it starts getting really crazy, you can bid in quarters. So sometimes they'll bid by the 1,000, 5,000, 6,000, but usually it's in $500 increments. But if it's starting to become a bidding war, bid in quarters, so 250. That sometimes will help with the bidding process and slow it down a little bit, so you don't have to spend so much money. It's just really crazy being in the heat of the moment. There's nothing else like that. You just have to learn how to control yourself and be reasonable. So for me, my stomach always drops and I get super, super excited. So your brain actually processes excitement and anxiety, like nervousness, the same way. So your body really can't differentiate the feeling, but you can. So it's a mix of like, I'm nervous, but it's because I'm excited. Like, I'm not scared to bid. Like, I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm really scared to do this, I'm having a panic attack. It's more so like, I'm so freaking excited and my heart just pounds. But I've taught myself to like calm down and think, you know, and just know what that horse is worth before they go in there, and what all the variables are, and then just kind of see how it goes. I mean, really, that's what you have to do, because you don't know how it's going to go. But give yourself a number that you think would be a good deal for the horse, and then a number that you'd be willing to stretch just a little bit. Okay, so like in one of my recent auction videos, the horse that I really liked, I was hoping like 7,000, 7,500. The max I would do would probably have been 10K, but I really don't even think I would have done that. That was just the absolute max in my head. I was hoping for 8,500. 9,000. When he got to that, I was like, yeah, I'm out. And he ended up going for 13,500. I'm not saying the horse isn't worth it. It's just not worth it to me. Okay. It has to be worth it to you. A horse is worth what somebody's willing to pay, if that makes sense. So essentially, once you go through that bidding process, you're going to be bidding back and forth. And sometimes there's multiple bidders. Sometimes there's not. Sometimes it's fast. Sometimes it's slow. Sometimes it's easy. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes it's charged. Sometimes it's not. Okay. You just don't know how it's going to go. But then once you raise your hand and everybody stops bidding and you win the bid, you're going to show them your number once you win the bid, and then you go to the office and pay for that horse before you leave the end of day or the next day. So that's typically what the bidding process entails. And it gets a lot more simplified once you do it more often, but it's definitely like a crazy, crazy situation in my opinion. Okay, let's go check out the horses that are going to be selling right now. I'm really interested in what the prices are going to be. I bet they're going to be pretty low, but hey, you never know. Prices are just all over the place in the horse market right now, especially because it's the election year and fall. It's crazy. Got more horses in. It's just really crazy that Ariel's sister is here. But I will say there are a lot of families that are looking to purchase. So I'm hoping that all 3 of these weanlings go to a good home. So each year they come down from Manitoba and they have a weanling sale. And no, these are not PMU foals. There is a ranch that has some quarter horse and Brabant studs, and they breed them and then bring them down to sell.
3 colts were sold to a party and the check come back not efficient. So the story is Mid-Michigan Earl Wayman here, he took the colts back. There's not a thing wrong with these colts. I'm going to tell you the dead honest truth. These colts are back here to be sold today because the party that bought them here a month ago did not come up with the funds. Okay? So they're here. They're going to be for sale. Okay, so he's $950. This is where we should have started, but if you're done, $950. Thank you, $1,000. I got $950. $950 on this one. 552. We've got a yearling Vermont quarter horse filly for your consideration. Go ahead, Sam.
All right there. Check the color out on this one. All right there, you got an update coming.
Horse, go ahead.
Look at the color on this one. All right there. I like another 4,500. I got a 4,500, 4,500, 4,500, 2,000. I got 1,000. 1,500. I got a 1,500. 1,500 on that. 1,000 down there. 15. I got 1,000 there. Come on. I got 1,000 there.
Every horse starts from the bottom up. Every horse is in this age, is in this kind of category every single time.
1,800 down 19, say no down there 9. Silver 1,800, Brenneman got this one. I got $750, and I'm 850 here. 825, 850, down 825, 850, now 875. I get back 900. The number is
Quarter Belgian. Pete, what do you got? Is that a stud colt or is it a filly? It's a gelding, okay. We got a yearling gelding, 3/4 sunder. This one, folks, they told me had natal infection as a young colt, folks, and I believe the result is his right hock. If you look there on his right hock of the back, he's got a little bit of probably not swelling, just that's probably just the scar there from his naval infection. That's the way you're going to buy him. It doesn't bother him. It'll never bother him again, folks. It's just, that's what happened when he was a little colt, folks, and he's here, he's for sale.
Absolutely can't. Down there, 325, down there, 325.
This one is half Appy.
Half Arabian, half Appaloosa.
1 year, 3 months old. Handled right from the beginning.
Stud colt,
Stud colt.
well handled,
Very well handled.
good looking colt, lot 114. Go ahead. We got a different story here, folks. Lot 114.
I got about 3,500. I got about 3,500. I got about 500 down, 500, 300. I got 300 down, 300 down, 332. You said 150. 200, 250 down 3. I got about 200. He said 150. Now we got it straight.
All right, back to horse auction. Lot 115, the same consignment, folks. We've got another yearling. What can you tell us, ma'am? A well-marked colt, well-grown colt, well-fed colt. Folks, I tell you what, if you're in the market for saddle horses today, get in and get them by.
Down there, 900 down, down, a little bit, 500 down there, 900 right down there, 900.
All right, you should have brought them in a little sooner. I could have seen. Okay, now, nothing in the catalog is right, but what do we got? How much is he?
Big boy. Oh, he's huge. My goodness.
Okay, folks, we're going to sell you a
I know.
15-year-old Belgian gelding that is broke
That's
110%. He
Right,
rides.
that's big, 7.5. What's that there, down 7.5, 700 down, 700 down, 700 down, my feet, say no down there, 9. Can we do her? No go. We're just gonna take him off the door as well. No go with that one.
18-year-old quarter horse gelding. He is registered, and I've got hard copy papers right here. He stands 15 hands. Anyone can ride. He's been shown, trail ridden. Everything is good here. Note from home says leads, loads. He's broke for anyone. He's bomb proof. He's been ridden by 5-year-olds, folks. I got a good long recommendation here. There's absolutely no vices, lot one.
Listen to the description. So to me, this horse does not seem bomb-proof, and also his fetlocks in the back are dropping a lot, his pasterns. So that looks very DSLD to me.
It's horse to learn on. 15-year-old Appaloosa gelding, lot 117. Go ahead.
$750 right down there, $750. 3,500. I got a 3,500 down, 2,000. I got a 3,500.
Will this gelding drive? Will he drive? He's been hooked. Rides and drive, folks. There you go. We just put some value on it.
I got 2,500 down there, 1,500 down, 1,000. I got a 1,000 there, 1,000 down, 1,000 down there, 10 there, 1,000 down, 500. I got a 500 down, 700 down, 1,400 down there, 1,300 right down there, 1,300. 538, 53 is the lucky winner. Thank you.
Lot 119, folks.
You didn't make it no 900, you gotta go 1,000. I get 1,000. I get down there now, 1,000.
Ma'am just stepped up. We just had a slight note. $600, 600, right down there, 600. 8-year-old standardbred. 8-year-old standardbred gelding. Go ahead.
All right there, all right there. Here's a 900, here's a 500. I got a 500, I got 500 down there, 450, no down there, 9. Silver, $700, right down there, 400.
Had to go grab my vest. I was freezing in there in the barn. It's not bad outside in the sun, but sitting in a cold building, it's pretty cold. So yeah, the horses are going really low. Again, that's just because this really isn't a huge sale, but the weanlings, they went for a decent amount, all things considered. So yeah, I just think it's mainly because it's just a smaller sale and people aren't wanting to buy right this second. So yeah. This horse is stunning and well built, but he was acting a little nutty. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Dear God, please be safe. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared just to touch you. Okay. That went better than I thought it was going.
What do we got? 10
He's scared for his life, just leave.
Okay, 8-year-old black and white gelding.
Time to go. 111, down to your nine. On out the door. On out the door with that one. No.
So I like the look and the build and the size of this horse, but when I went up to him and touched him, he was really skittish. And you can just tell, like, he's nervous under saddle, just like the black and white one. I mean, that girl's a good rider. I mean, I give her props. She's super brave. But I'm guessing that these horses probably came out of a loose pen and now they're just being resold here to try to make some money.
We're not telling you he's 20 years old. 19 here, 19. I got a 19 here, 19. 1900, I'm thinking about 2. Time to go. 19 about 2, thinking about 2. 1900, down there, 1900.
All right, horse lovers. Well, that was definitely interesting. I mean, it was just neat to see all of the horses, and the prices were so low. So that was crazy too, but I do hope you enjoyed coming along. Also, if you want to support Free Spirit Equestrian, you can order something off the Spirited Horse Boutique. We have all of our holiday specials right now. We have scrubs, we have bath bombs, we have candles, hats, lipsticks, riding apparel, all different types of things. It's a great way you can support what we do. Links are in the comments and the description. All right, horse lovers, if you like Free Spirit Equestrian, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you don't miss anything Free Spirit Equestrian or any updates or any other auctions, because we're going to quite a few and hopefully we'll find another horse to bring home to the farm. Again, not going to rush it, but you never know what's going to happen around here. And I'll see you next time. Bye.